it came. Possibly the best thing ever. So with our full-time adventure nearly underway, and with my job that requires me to be connected while traveling, I need to have internet connection. So the biggest problem that we've seen in the travels that we've done is that you get very bad signal or weak signal in quite a few of the campgrounds. But then on top of that, when you're in the RV itself, it's a metal box and you get very bad reception. So this came, and we're gonna open it up and see what's inside. I've had a lot of research into this, and they say it doesn't get any better than this. If you have signal, if it's weak, this is huge. If you have no signal and there's nothing anywhere nearby, like you're in the middle of Yellowstone and there's just nothing, this isn't gonna really help much. But if you have weak signal, if you're getting 3G signal that's weak, or if you're getting 1X that's weak, this can boost you up tremendously. So let's see what's in here. Oh, you gotta love Amazon. Ordered this on Amazon 2 days ago, and there it is. This is, oh, there we go. It is the weBoost RV cellular signal booster. This is supposed to give you up to 32 times better signal. Inside the box, it comes with an exterior antenna, then the booster, and the interior antenna that rebroadcasts the cellular signal inside the RV. It's good for all major cellular manufacturers or companies, so Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile, all of them out there. So it should do very well. The box on the back kind of gives you a generic layout of what everything kind of looks like in your RV. They give you a fifth wheel, a Class C, a Class A, and then it also has the contents of the box. On each side, this side, it explains how it works. And then this side says some different examples. Why drive 4G-X RV? So this is an in-motion one too. So this system can be used in your RV while you're driving. On here it talks about what's inside the box. Inside the box you get the Drive 4G booster, the outside antenna kit, the inside antenna and the cable, as well as 20 feet of cable to go from the outside antenna to the booster, the AC power supplies, hardwired power supply kit, so if you don't want to have to plug this in somewhere, you can hardwire it in, and then cable mounts and ties, and the cable entry cover. So if you permanently mount this in an RV that is, you're going to drill through the outside, it comes with a wire cover, and you would drill through the ceiling, through the roof, into your RV, and then put this cover over it and cover that in Dicor. With our installation, we are probably going to try to install it as temporarily as possible. The plan is to upgrade fairly soon in RVs and take this with us. So let's see what's in the box. Decent packaging, nice handle. If you want to keep the box to put it all back in, it's nice to have a handle built into the box. I've always been a box keeper, but in an RV, you don't really have much of a chance to store all of these extra boxes. So when you open it up, first you get the packets of information, a quick installation overview again, giving you the idea. I have read that you want to keep the outdoor antenna and the indoor antenna as separated as you possibly can to make sure that there's no crosstalk between the two antennas. You don't want this antenna confusing the output of this one as a cellular tower. So the further you can get them, the better off you are. And here is the instruction booklet. It also comes with the support web page, the phone call. The signal bars can be inaccurate. A little bit of hedging their bets right off the bat, so you don't call and complain to them. It says signal boost is best measured in how much better you can communicate than before. So don't just focus on the bars. I have read where you can see full bars but still have slow data, depending on the quality of the signal that you're getting. So they're trying to hedge their bets there and stop people from complaining early on. Inside here, this is a register. Make sure you register your product. I did get the extended warranty on this one. I believe it was like $15 for 2 years extended warranty. So it's through the same, I believe it's Assuron or something like that. Same company that insures the cell phones. So they will either fix it or replace it, or give you a current market value replacement in a refund if it's not replaceable or fixable. So it's worth it. That way you just don't have to worry about it. For that little bit of money, this system costs about $500 for $15, $20 of insurance for 2 years to save you for $500. I would say it's worth it. Inside the manual, you get all of the steps, the package contents, then the steps for installing it, mounting the outside antenna, the cable entry, connecting the cable to the outside antenna, where to locate your booster, and connecting the cable to your booster, mounting the cable covers, the entry cable cover, the little weatherproof seal outside, connecting the inside cable to the booster, and then powering it all up and comparing results. It tells you about the light patterns, if there are errors, troubleshooting, safety guidelines, and then the specs and the warranty on it. So it's pretty inclusive. The boxes themselves are nicely labeled. It's got a box A and a box B, and then inside A and B, it says start installation with this box. Step contents are in step number 1, 2, 3, 6, and 8. And then step B, second installation box, step contents for step number 4, 5, and 7. So actually, that's pretty awesome. It shows you right off the bat, step B isn't going to be used until you get to steps 4, 5, and 7. So you're not hunting around for random bags of product to figure out, is this supposed to be to mount the booster to the wall, or the antenna to the RV, or what's what. Nicely laid out, well thought out. You've got little thumb grabs on both sides, finger grabs, so you can grab the box and pull it out. Each box is individually sealed with that label, so that's nice. Nice, decent cardboard. They definitely put a good amount of money in the packaging. That's always a good sign. If they're willing to package it nicely, then it's probably going to be good product. Once you open it up, you can see that this is step 1. This is step 2, 3, 6, and 8. So that's pretty awesome. Each box in here is also sealed by its label. And these are the mounting brackets. So the mounting brackets, got your little tab here. This is your outdoor antenna. Installation guide for the outdoor antenna. And in here, it shows you that you have a couple of different types of installation. There are two different U-bolts. There's a pole mount option, and this comes with, it looks like a ladder mount. Well, you could do either one. U-bolts are the same. So you get U-bolts, and the U-bolts themselves have a graduated step to them so that it can bite in a little bit better depending on the size of the pole you're attaching it to. That's great. U-bolts, washers. You get the bracket. So it's aluminum, feels like aluminum. Very, very lightweight bracket. So the bracket will mount to the pole, to the ladder. We're gonna put it on the ladder with the U-bolts that also then allow this antenna to connect. So there's two screws on the bottom of the antenna. That screws onto the bracket, and then the bracket screws on to the ladder. So, nice. That's step number one. Step number two. Another label. Inside here is your 20 foot of cable, and it shows you on the bag, this is step number 3, to go from the antenna, connect it to the antenna, and then this goes back to the booster. This is step number 8. Don't need that for a while. Here's step number 6. This is your seal to bring it in through the exterior wall into the RV. A nice wire hole there. It's got a rubber grommet on the bottom. The screws are kind of small to be biting into like a rubber roof or something. It would definitely bite into a fiberglass side of the RV. The roof, maybe not as easily. And even in the picture it shows RV side, putting that on the side. So it's not really designed to go into a rubber roof. It's more designed to go into the side of the RV itself. So you would, by design, have the cable hanging down, zip tied to the holders, looping up. And you always want to loop. You don't want to come straight to this. You want the opening facing down so water won't get into this opening. And the loop allows for a drip. So any water that runs down this line doesn't go directly to your through hole. It would come down and drip off down here, far away from your where you punctured the side of the RV. So it's an easy step to miss. Here's your optional hardware if you want it to be hardwired in, so it doesn't have an on-off switch or anything. You just connect it to the RV for a permanent installation, and you connect it directly into the power grid of the RV itself. This is all low voltage. So you can see that your input voltage can be between 12 and 24 volts, and this inverter, I can't think of the word all of a sudden, inverter I guess, steps it down to only a 5 volt output so that it doesn't damage. You don't want to wire stuff directly into your 12 volt system in the RV, because many things don't require 12 volts. Many of them require 5 volts or 1.5 volts, something like that. So you always still need a converter box like this, but it's nice because this allows the whole thing to run off of your batteries in your RV versus having to have the generator or shore power. So that's great for boondockers or for anybody that doesn't run their generator all the time. We run our generator all the time. So, oh wow, this is nice. They even give you the drill bit to drill your through hole, and the drill bit inside of it, this is cool. Inside the drill bit, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can probably see it. Right here is a spring. So what that's for is when you drill through, your RV is going to be thick, fiberglass. This can cut through biomaterials, so metal. It's a 1-inch, 27mm hole saw. So this will push out the material, the RV material that you cut away. A lot of times it gets stuck down inside here, and you got to pick through these holes with a screwdriver. But with that spring, that should help pop the material back out of the bit once you drill through. So that's a really cool feature. And then we have the last box. Move this down. And box B is going to be the hardware for inside the RV. So this is going to be step 4, 5, and 7. And again, it's broken up into step 4, 5 box and step 7. It kind of gives you a picture of the concept on here of what they're looking to do. Gives you instructions, some guidelines. Step number 4, 5, is it like on here on the box? It gives you the directions basically. And step number 4, find a location to place the booster, then mount by removing the bracket from the back side of the booster and fasten to desired surface. Snap booster back into bracket. It says on here, we recommend in a cabinet near a power source. Be sure it's in a location that the 20-foot of black RG6 cable can reach. So obviously they've changed manufacturers. They got a better deal on white, but this is the RG6 cable they're talking about. It's not black, it's white, but it's just standard cable coax, what we use for our satellites or our cable TV. We'll look at these last 2 boxes. Here is the box for step 4 and 5. This is the booster. So this booster, this is what actually where all the work gets done. So this is your booster that actually boosts the signal that it's receiving. You have one connection on this side for the cable that says outside to antenna. This is not a standard RG6 connector, a regular cable connector. On the end of this cable you have additional connectors so that you can adapt from the standard cable connection into this smaller connection. So if you ever have to replace this cable, make sure you take those ends off. They just unscrew. You can screw them onto a second cable. And then it's got the power on that side. And this side is to the inside antenna. This is the mounting bracket that they were talking about. It's pretty secure. Just pop it off. No, that's not going to pop off easily. So this bracket theoretically pops off of here, and then it allows you to mount the bracket. There we go. Mount this bracket onto the wall. So you would mount it onto the wall, and then once you screw this into place, it allows you to snap this back onto it, and it stays on the wall for you. You can still get it off once it's on the wall, but it's nice and tight. There's not a whole lot of play to it, and it's gonna hold it pretty well. It looks like it's gonna hold on to the wall nicely and not be something you have to worry with. We'll put this guy back in his box for now. And then the last box is going to be your indoor antenna. This is your last step. It says connect the 13-foot RG58 cable to your inside antenna. I didn't see this cable. Oh, the box kind of popping out of the bottom there. I didn't see this cable in all of the other cables, and this is step number 7 that wasn't included in that other box. So my guess is the cable is inside here, which it is. In this case, it is black. and this is your inside antenna. So this, you're gonna have a cable running from this antenna to your booster, but this is all you're gonna have sitting on the counter, is this little tiny antenna. That's what rebroadcasts and collects your actual signals from your cell phones, your iPads, your you know, any cellular device. It's small. It does have a nice rubber base, so it's not likely to slide around when you're driving. The base is glued on, so it doesn't appear to be meant to easily mount to a wall, but you want this just on your counter somewhere, centralized in the RV so that you get good signal from the front to the back. So that's the excitement of this box. Again, this is the unboxing for the weBoost Drive 4G-X RV. This system, I'll put a link down in the comments. You can take a look at it and go to Amazon. That's where I got it from. It is an Amazon Prime. I pretty much buy everything Amazon Prime because I get it quickly, but also it's very easy if you have a problem with anything to return it, get your money back. So hope you enjoyed this. We're gonna get this installed, and then when we go to RV park after RV park, we'll test the cell signal with it and without it, and we'll report back and let you know how the signal is at each park. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, watch this video. This is part of us packing up, and we are loading up the storage shed, and my brother comes over. It was a good day, a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Love y'all.